What's up, guys? It's your girl Hampton. First of all, shout out to everybody that's been checking out the Nipsey Hussle video. Y'all lit. So the internet is broken again, and Ayesha Curry has once again broken the internet without taking off her clothes, but for speaking her mind, y'all. And wow. First of all, there's a lot of things that I feel about this subject. One is, it is amazing how many people can sit in their chairs, on their keyboards, on their phones, and just judge somebody they absolutely do not know personally off of one statement that they said. Second, it's really sad that people can't be vulnerable and honest with other people without people jumping to all these conclusions and judgments of whatever. So I'm going to break something down to y'all. Everybody that keeps going, well, I can't believe she said this. She has everything. Steph Curry, he's famous, he has 3 kids, they have stability, they're rich. You guys aren't getting what she said at all. And honestly, she doesn't even understand what she said, because she based off this void and this insecurity that she has, and she thinks that it's coming from the lack of male attention. Sweetheart, it's not coming from the lack of male attention. First of all, Ayesha Curry has been with Steph Curry since she was like 15 years old. You know, they split up. She met again in Los Angeles and went to college and all of that, and all that's great. And then they got married. She hasn't really dated around that much. And then Steph Curry has always been in the NBA league, but you know, over the last few years, he blew up and became an absolute star. Those things automatically change the dynamic of the relationship, and there can be a lot of pressure. It's very important not to be jealous of your partner, and I don't think that she is at all. She's super supportive, so it's not coming out of a place of jealousy either. But even being with someone that's just blowing up like that, and somebody that's getting all of that attention, yes, that is a lot of pressure, and it does change your dynamic of how you see yourself. So that's how this starts as well, where it's like, okay, Steph is this huge star, and yes, she's doing her thing with herself too, but you know, her journey has become more about being, you know, Steph Curry's wife, and it's off of what she is for herself. So now she has to define herself in a world where she's automatically looked at as this thing. So honestly, this insecurity that she's going off of, guys, Ayesha Curry is not done finding herself. She thinks it's about lacking the male attention. I'm going to tell you all this right now. Whether you're taken or you're with somebody, when you are secure about who you are and yourself and your passion and your journey, it don't matter who looking at you or who not looking at you. You're not thinking about that. That doesn't even matter to you because you're so self-satisfied. I'm telling you, Steph Curry probably could take the female attention or couldn't take the female attention. All he's worried about is basketball. That's why he's shooting his wife and his family. Steph Curry is fulfilling his legacy. He's living his dream out fully. I think that Ayesha Curry hasn't tapped in yet to living out her dream fully. And so because of that, she feels like this insecurity and this void can be covered up by, I'm not getting attention from men. But if she starts getting that attention, she's still gonna fill that void. This is coming from a deeper place. Ayesha Curry still has to soul search. She still has to find herself. And I'm going to tell y'all this, and women get stuck in this a lot. That's why I'm writing a book right now. And I think it's going to be really good for the liberation of women all around the world, because we grow up in this situation in society where we have to meet someone and we have to get married, and then our life is automatically fulfilled. And there's not a lot of focus on a woman building her own empire. That's always the focus of the man. But in reality, we're just human beings. So women also need to have that experience, and we need to start talking to our daughters more about who they need to be and who they want to become before we start talking about them becoming partners for somebody else. You have to be someone. So the thing is, you guys, she's always been with somebody else. So there's this little identity thing that's missing. There's an identity crisis thing that's going on. And I'm not saying she doesn't know herself. I'm just saying that she hasn't come into herself in whole. Because you cannot be a person that is coming to themselves in whole and say, what is wrong with me? Nobody's looking at me. Because I as a woman myself, I've unlocked my journey. I've unlocked what I want to do with my life. I know exactly where I'm going. The next 10 years are very clear to me, whether I have a partner or not. So I do get attention. And some days I don't get attention. But it doesn't matter. My value doesn't change, shift, or waver by the attention of somebody else, or the attention that someone's giving me or not giving me. Okay? So first of all, we need to stop judging Ayesha Curry or saying she's a thought or any of that stuff, because what she said was very vulnerable, but also is coming from a place of lack of self-awareness, okay? We need to tell her and encourage her to continue to go on her journey and find that validation and find that glow. Because the thing is, she might not also be getting attention from other people because she doesn't have her glow anymore. She has 3 kids. She's Steph Curry's wife. But is she done with being her own journey outside of being a mom? Ladies, you guys are more than mothers. You guys are more than someone's wife. Are you done evolving, and are you done with yourself first? That is where you need to go, and that's what you need to that's what you need to be looking at. So when I looked at the comment, I commented under one of the pages where they were bashing her, and I said, guys, let us encourage Ayesha Curry to go on her self journey. And honestly, sometimes it's hard to do that. You know why it's hard to do that? Because now you do have all these responsibilities. Now you're living for your kids. Now you're living for your husband. Now you're living for all these other things. If you haven't had the time to have that journey for yourself, you are going to have these feelings of void. And so luckily, I'm 27 years old and I've been in relationships, but I'm a person that have always been able to go, you know what? Now is the time to be single. And during my times to be single, I have evolved so much, guys. I do a lot of reading. I do a lot of listening to different sermons and motivational speeches. And I'm trying to find my purpose in this world so that I can shine, so that I can be great. And she needs to do that too. Her journey's not done. So I would encourage you, Ayesha Curry, if you see this, just take some time to be with you, you know, and that might be harder to do with all the other things going on around you. But even if you can do it for an hour a day, just continue to keep exploring yourself. Do more things, undo some things. You're not done growing yet. And then that glow will come back. That insecurity that you're feeling right now is a lack of self-awareness. That's all it is. So guys, let's have a little bit more compassion. Ayesha Curry even said some things that she doesn't even understand, because she doesn't think about it. It doesn't make sense what she said, right? Because she says the lack of male attention makes her feel like something's wrong with her, but before she even said that, she says, I don't even want it. So how does a woman that actually doesn't want any attention from anybody but her husband say that it makes her feel insecure that she's not getting the attention? She doesn't understand what she said, and she doesn't understand what the void that she's feeling. She needs to go in, and she needs to dive deeper into herself. So I had to say that because I think everybody is analyzing this and breaking it down, but they're not coming from a place of actually realizing what this is really about. And this is a good subject that I'm giving you guys to take and apply to your own lives. We have to have an identity outside of our relationships. We have to have an identity outside of our kids. We have to have an identity outside of our jobs. And sometimes when we get older, we miss those parts, and then we stay stuck in this position or this identity that we haven't given a chance to really keep evolving and keep growing. You can go to Italy or Spain for the summer, and something about you completely changes because you go off and you're giving yourself new experience. You're still exposing yourself to new things. It's been hard for her to do that because she's been in this place, this supportive place, this let's build with Steph Curry, let's do this, let's do that. So guys, all I'm saying is take this message and take what Ayesha Curry is going through and realize that you also never stop exploring yourself. Never stop figuring out what you want. If there is a void, go out and find out what it is. Go on adventures. Go challenge yourself. Go learn a new language. Go spend time in a realm or atmosphere that's different from what you've been around. That's all you got to do. It's not that hard. All right? But the judging and all that shit, it's got to stop, because we all have had that. We've all had that. You know, I had a huge void. And I'm going to share this and I'm going to get off. My void was, I just felt like I always had to, in order to be super creative, I had to drink. Or in order to feel like I could attract company or be around people, I had to drink, I had to smoke, I had to be under whatever. It's been a month and I'm super sober. I'm not doing anything, but I'm finally digging deeper into myself. I started taking meditation. And so now I'm really finding myself in whole, and I've never felt this complete. That void is completely gone. I don't even have a desire to go out and go drink or anything. And so everyone has a different void that they don't know how to fulfill yet, and they don't know where it's coming from. So then they gravitate to all these other things. Like, she thinks it's male attention. You might think it's spending more time with your kids. You might think it's getting back with your baby daddy. You might think it's your ex-girlfriend. You don't know what your void is. So you're piling all these other things, trying to find it, trying to fill it. We're all trying to fill a void. But it's all in the self-awareness. So dig deeper into yourselves. Take this as a lesson what Ayesha Curry is talking about. And like I said, pray for her, encourage her that she discovers another part of herself. Because I guarantee you, when she does that, she won't be looking for male attention at all. because she doesn't really want it, and we know this. So, guys, have a blessed day. 6 Hampton, I'm out, man. But stop judging, y'all. Try to be an empath instead of having an opinion, which is not really worth shit because it's not supported by anything but your own thinking. Get out of your ego and step into other people's worlds and try to see things try to see where they're coming from. Not everything is meant for you to just sit up and have a judgment about it. God damn. Y'all have a good day.